Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And as you can see, we've already started here. Face to face with the keeper, and he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Costa Curta with the clearance. Shapes to shoot! That was probably asking just too much. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Collier tries to play it through. He's had a shot!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And this is big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Collar receives it in a good position here. That's a decent clearance. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Can he get on the end of this? Spread neatly. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big, big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. Put a foot wrong and he'll be sure to let you know about it.
Well, he just commands respect, doesn't he? Respect of everyone, teammate and opponent alike.
Yeah, and he'll be setting the highest of standards out there and he expects them to be met. No rest for that defence.
Leicester gathers from the goal kick. Searching pass he's played there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That is a great pick out. And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Ibrahimovic. Alvarez! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And here's Haaland, and the shot! Scholes. Oh, tries a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Danger averted for now. Tries to pass it through. He can run onto that. Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Ibrahimovic. Gerrard. Now it's Hullet. Nicely spread. Made into space out wide. Decent progress down the left. That looks a cracking ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Decent chance! Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he cuts out the supply. And it's Gerrard. This looks promising. Otto gets across to intercept that. Petit. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. That's a good ball. In towards the back. Oh, smashing header! They've scored! A goal at a really telling moment. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he's picked out the run, and he was quick to react. Gerrard. And there is the half-time whistle. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Petit. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He can run onto that. Saliba cuts out the pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. Alvarez. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well played. That is good alertness. Makaleli. Now it's Hullet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a searching pass. Well read, nice interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Petit. Lobbed in behind. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Hullet. Conte. Scholes. That pass isn't the best. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Aimed beyond the defence. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Makaleli makes the interception. Roberto Carlos. Well, that looks a decent ball. Looking for the run. And it's Beckham. Pull it. In with the challenge. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Changement. Le numéro 9. À sa place, le numéro 77. Ibrahimovic. Changement en cours.
Makalele gets it away. Pele!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Collar. And he's in on goal. It's Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Knocks it into space. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Makalele threads one in. Great chance! They've done it! Do not write them off. Back they come. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Manchester United really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Shoots! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rijkaard. The final 5 minutes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Costa Curta produces the perfect tackle there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos! Oh, they could be caught out here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Dida gets it away. Ibrahimovic. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Pullet picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Yeah, simply a combination of one team refusing to be beaten no matter what, and another not quite able to kill off their opponents. But it made for great viewing.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. That has not gone well. Let's a look and place it forward. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Jorginho. The kind of player that can pass a team to death. At first, a lot of his passes seem a little safe and conservative, but they all serve a bigger purpose, slowly shifting the opposition from side to side. Once there is that little bit of space to work in, then the killer instinct usually kicks in, and he's able to deliver that decisive pass.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Beckham. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Plays it across. And that should get the job done. Now, he's got space here. And he's there to clear it. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he goes cross-field. So it is still 0-0. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Very nicely done. Crossed into the middle.
Well played and well cleared.
Luis Araujo. Gattuso goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Messi providing an outlet on... Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Beckham plays it short. And this is chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lovely, now then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Beckham. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. It's their second corner of the game, and it's been taken short. Messi will not... He's going for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Jorginho. And it's Lino. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Jorginho plays the return pass. In with the challenge. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a promising position. Threads one in. Beckham. 30 minutes gone. And it's Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's neat. Messi, oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And he's picked it up out wide, he's picked his way through. And Messi! And he nearly went all the way.
Messi just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Emerson. Jorginho. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Messi. Romario. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Luis Araujo. And he's there to retrieve it. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rui Costa. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that's well seen too. Now it's Romario. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Luis Araujo. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Romario. Goes down, but nothing given. Played out to the left flank.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Gattuso with a definite foul there. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the smashing header. There's the shot. A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Lino. Jorginho. Luis Araujo. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Tries to pass it through. That ball looks a good one. Messi! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Tries to get it clear. Taken back almost at once. Now it's Messi. An instinctive delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now it's Luis Araujo. Nicely spread. Now it's Luis Araujo. And it's Emerson Royal. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Luis Araujo. He's in a great position here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lino.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bullish header! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Pings in across. And it's hoisted clear. Romario. Now it's Beckham. Jorginho. Jorginho puts his foot on the gas. Lino receives it in a wide position, showing good feet. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Changement en cours.
Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. Corner given. He rises! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Ibrahimovic really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Spread out to the left. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Turns and goes back. Jorginho cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And Beckham! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and As a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Everton gets into a good position. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Oh, nicely intercepted. Jorginho. Everton. And that little bit of skill has got him away. And it's made its way to him. Ibrahimovic. That is a great pick out. And this is Messi, face to face with the keeper. And they've been given a corner. Flamengo are looking to go forward now.
5 minutes.
Lino. To Everton. Pinches it off him. Out to the left it goes. Van Bommel.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. He's through and a real chance! It's in! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Time for a change in personnel. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
you